Hey, back with another Belonging in Utah, and today we're learning about a person whose work sparked a movement right here in the Beehive State.
That movement will produce a book called The Peoples of Utah, which explores and celebrates our state's early heritage of diverse cultures. Jamie McGriff with the story.
The Peoples of Utah is a book that local historians agree was truly ahead of its time, showing who and how people of color from various cultures helped to shape the Beehive State. Everything we see started off as somebody's idea to help change the world. Literature can spark ideas and inspire innovation. This one,
The original Peoples of Utah is just foundational.
did just that.
Peoples of Utah was in 1976 done as the bicentennial.
You could say it was the avant-garde of its time.
What I love so much about the original Peoples of Utah, it's this book, but it's so much else.
That's Holly George, editor of the Utah Historical Quarterly.
I grew up in southern Idaho. We have roots in Utah.
Her love of history sparked at a young age and continued through higher education.
I did a doctorate at the University of Washington.
Over the years, Holly says she would turn to this book often.
There's so much. There's so much. Latinos, Italians, Serbians. So that generation of scholars writing in the 70s did a lot of work. And you wouldn't believe the ethnic diversity. It's amazing.
The idea that sparked all of this came from
Helen Papanikolaou. She was really inspired by her own roots. She did a wonderful job inspiring young scholars. Her parents were Greek immigrants. She grew up in Carbon County, surrounded by ethnic diversity.
finding and putting stories together to create this 14-chapter book would erupt into a massive project.
So Helen Papanikolaou is the editor, but it was a big community effort.
The Peoples of Utah project attracted scholars of that time.
A number of historians of the American West, Dr. Brigham Matson and others,
Including Dr. Ron Coleman, retired history professor from the University of Utah. He took on the weight of writing an entire chapter on Utah's Black history for this book, his first publication.
Mrs. Papanikolaou, she worked with each of the authors, and I was very blessed to have had her and her family in my life.
And now, years later, as the United States prepares to celebrate its 250th birthday,
Would this edition be published again, do you think?
I don't think so. We have it, it's available online for free. All that information, and future historians will use that.
there is a new project happening now with a digital twist that was inspired by the original book. It's called The Peoples of Utah Revisited. And next week, we'll take a closer look at it. Jamie McGriff, KUTV 2 News.